Hello all sentient beings and welcome to the Transmissions Podcast, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers! On this episode of Transmissions, we are joined by the smart and the pretty epic as we look into Newage Toys' G1 Galvatron and Straxus. Toyworld shows off a World War II hot rod, and Flame Toys announces a pre-order for an IDW Rodimus. Today is Wednesday, December 16th, 2020, and this is episode 412 of Transmissions.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that's upset to be left out of Disney's investor presentation. I'm your host, Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team. Jeremy, aka Yakko.
Hey, how's it going?
The extraordinary Epic.
Hello.
And Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast.
Yo, what's happening? Let's talk Transformers.
All right. As always, we start off the show by thanking our Donatreons, those beautiful people who give us money on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you for continuing to support the show and helping us out. And you are the reason we keep doing this every week. And we really appreciate it. Thank you. You can also help the show by buying some merchandise from our TeePublic store. That is at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. And you can also help out our friend K-Girl at her store at teepublic.com/user/superstark. Again, if you buy anything through TeePublic through our link, that will help out the show, give us a little bit of a little bonus. And of course, TeePublic is continuing its sales before Christmas. I think this might be the last one. So if you are trying to get something for Christmas, this December 16th through 18th, everything is $14 for t-shirts and everything else is 30% off on everything at TeePublic. So today, when this show goes up, December 16th until Friday, December 18th, this is your last chance to get a good sale, good deals at TeePublic. And do it through our link, transmissionspodcast.com/shop, and that'll help.
It's the last chance in 2020. I'm sure right after New Year's. They're gonna
yes.
Forever. Last chance forever.
All right. And of course, in Empire of Rust news, our Transformers action RPG podcast. We've got episode 38, Starball Space Wars. So we've got the uncut version exclusive to Donatreons that came out December 14th, just this Monday. So if you are a Donatreon, you get that directly delivered to you. So you can listen to the extended episode, Empire of Rust, episode 38. So the regular one came out last week, and this is the uncut, uncensored version. Well, the main show's uncensored too, but there's some extra stuff in there. All right. Jeremy, finally, he crossed this off his bucket list. What did you do last week, Jeremy?
Well, before we recorded the episodes, and I think I have Dr. Pants to thank for this, he kind of led into just some talk about TV stuff and Mandalorian, and then we worked that into finally getting Daryl to talk about the Mandalorian. So we were recording at the time, so we clipped that out and put it out as Transmissions Extra number 50. So if you want to hear Daryl just bash everything Star Wars, there you go.
It's funny hearing Daryl complain about the oversaturation of Star Wars, given how much Marvel stuff is coming next year, and how he's completely on board for that.
I can back up my opinion on Marvel with regards to my disapproval of Star Wars. So I look forward to a Marvel's Extra.
All right. That looks like we've got Extra 51 already in the works here. All right, and Daryl also did a thing last week. He got some cool stuff in the mail straight from John Hasbro. So Daryl, what did you get?
Hasbro contacted me and said, hey, we hear you're doing Transformers stuff, and we'd like to send you some more Transformers. We don't think you have enough. So I replied, sure, yeah, go ahead, send it to me. And they sent me this giant box of Earthrise figures. So that was really awesome. And they said, so throw these up. You can do an unboxing video if you want, and show off what's in the box. And it was really cool. It was really fun. I did not ask for it. It was all completely free, and I really, really appreciate Hasbro doing that for me. We thought, you know what, we're gonna give a figure away out of this box right off the bat. So, right after at the end of the unboxing, I decided, you know what, let's give away a deluxe Sunstreaker. So we're gonna do a draw for that figure later on in the podcast here.
Awesome. Yeah. So stay tuned. You might want to watch our trips to the store video this week. If you don't usually watch the video, you should watch it this time and see us do a live drawing for one lucky listener is going to get a Sunstreaker, courtesy of Hasbro and Daryl.
It's always nice to have toys come in that you don't have to explain to the spouse.
Exactly.
These are completely free.
Yes, I did get a text because my wife was working at home at the time, and she said, you got a giant box showed up here. And I said, okay. And I came home to see it sitting here. She's like, well, how much was this thing? And I said, it was free. My hands were up in the air. This is free. Hasbro sent this to me. Look on the box. It says from Hasbro. So I was
show her the emails.
Yeah.
Like, here.
I've kept the box. I've kept the shipping box so that I can stuff it full of stuff later.
Yes, exactly.
Say, look, this is another one. It's free. It's free.
You're doing it right.
I don't know why. They just keep sending me stuff. It's crazy. This box wasn't even in the other box, but it's free.
All right. That'll last until January 15th when the credit card bill comes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So without further ado, let's get into some toy talk.
All right. And first up this week, Newage has been busy, and they dropped a bunch of stuff on us this week. So I'm going to start off with one of their repaints, I guess. They redid their H3 figure, which is, they call it Harry, but it's their Prowl figure, and they've done it in a clear plastic. So it's their H3T Harry, or actually, sorry, H3EX is the name of the new one, and it's their Harry figure. And I think it's, why are they calling it Harry? I think it has something to do with the Clint Eastwood character. Dirty Harry. So yeah. So anyway, it's I mean, if you've got any of the New Age Datsun brothers, then this is, what this figure looks like. Clear plastic is one thing. I'm not a huge fan of the clear plastic, but this figure is just awesome. So I'm looking forward to getting a copy of it in the regular version, but clear plastic it now exists in. So there you go. I'm going to go through the rest of this stuff, and then we can talk about all of it in a second. They also revealed their Darius. It's their their H23EX, and it's a metallic. They also revealed an M, a toy color, and a T, a clear version. So 3 different variations of this figure, and it's their G1 Galvatron. And this one's an interesting one because obviously it comes out and it looks like G1 Galvatron, but it has a really interesting accessory, and it turns Galvatron into Unicron Galvatron. Charles, what's this in reference to?
I think this is from the Japanese series where, I don't know if it was Headmasters or Zone, one of the later Japanese series after the the after it had diverged from the US series where Unicron had come back and had been Galvatron had basically somehow reabsorbed the essence of Unicron and turned into, this chunky boy here.
The actual name on the wiki is Grand Galvatron.
Korean Galvatron? Okay. Grand Galvatron. All right.
No, it's not Korean Galvatron.
That explains so
it's
much.
not.
Okay, yeah.
It does. No. So this is the most this is the nuttiest accessory I've ever seen come with a figure. But all right. There's not a lot of accessories that you're going to give to Galvatron other than maybe a matrix around his neck. But it also gets that. So, okay, cool. So the three different variations of this is obviously the metallic version is your purple, coloring. It's metallic. The toy colored one is the gray, majority, and it's not really metallic. It's a very matte color. And then you've got your your clear, and it's the gray chested or the gray color, the purple colored one that is clear now. These things, they all look phenomenal. Again, as like with the Prowl, I'm not super fond of the clear, but if you're a big fan of clear, then there's a lot of options here for you. I'm really fond of the way that this metallic one looks, and this might be on my list. Moving on to the next one. This one is might take some explaining for Charles because I'm not sure what is up with this one, but this is Newage H23B Heralder. Halder. I don't know what they're saying here. It's a Herald with an R on the end, Heralder. This is a Straxus figure.
Who?
And I don't know if you've heard of this character, Charles. He was from the comics, but he is they've taken the Galvatron figure that we just talked about and turned it into Straxus. And honestly, if I squint a little, I can see the Galvatron in there, but it really does look a lot like Straxus. They've done a really good job in turning it into Straxus. Now, where it really does look like Galvatron is in the alt mode, because Straxus really, this is Galvatron's alt mode with a little bit of Straxus weaponry on it. So we'll see. But the robot mode is 100% Straxus here, and I really like that. Only the one version here, it is a metallic coloring on it, and it looks pretty wicked. And the last one that they've revealed this week is kind of out of left field. I didn't see them going this way with it, but it's their H24 Machio, and it's their Shattered Glass Megatron. And this is the, it's, I don't know what, Jeremy, what Megatron is this?
Shattered Glass.
But no, what mold is this?
I think it's based off of that Grand Galvatron look, or the one that Hasbro just recently brought over from Takara, or like Super Megatron, something like that. But the coloring, it is the Shattered Glass.
Mm-hmm.
It's the heroic Decepticon.
But it looks kind of like one of the ones from the Unicron trilogy, doesn't it?
I don't know. That's not my strong.
You should be better at this.
It does.
I think you're right, Daryl. I think it's like either
Just looks
Energon
like a really
or
terrible
Cybertron
laser beam to
Megatron.
me.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. He's this is taking that Galvatron mold, and they've changed the colors, they've added a couple bits and pieces, and now it's a Megatron, and it's Shattered Glass Megatron.
Was this like a Galvatron challenge? Like, let's see how many Transformers we can get out of this one mold.
Oh yeah. And that's what you find
with
with a lot of the third parties is they've got to take, if they create one mold and they can make multiple figures out of it that look, so different, then they're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And Charles is right. Energon Megatron.
There you go. So we've got 4 figures from Newage here that came out this week or were revealed this week. Charles, other than the one that you had no idea about, what are your thoughts on the Thor that came out this week?
These are all cool. I mean, so the Prowl, like I agree with you. The clear Prowl I'm not interested in, but the metallic Prowl looks great. It looks very nice. The metallic Galvatron looks very cool. I also like the gray color scheme. You got the gray versus purple, comics versus cartoon. That's nice to have those options.
Is the Prowl metallic?
I thought. I mean, it looked metallic. I don't know. Based on the pictures, maybe. I mean,
there are 2 versions in the pictures.
It looks shiny. I don't know.
I'm sure there's a metallic one.
It just says G1 Toy Deck.
Okay. Well, it looks nice. Even if it's not metallic, it still looks nice.
Yeah.
It looks shiny.
I was just, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but I got to say the one that really has me jonesing is the Straxus. I mean, I even though this is the first time I'm seeing a Straxus, but I like what I see. This is great. I also, you're right, Daryl, that with the alt mode, it is very much, this is very much a Galvatron mold being repurposed, but I still think they did a good job with the alt mode because Galvatron in the comics, he is a space cannon, flying cannon thing. And,
you mean Straxus?
Yeah, Straxus. Yeah. See, I keep getting them confused. I don't know what I'm talking about here.
I mean, it's tough. It's your first experience with Straxus. So.
But yeah, I just looked up the picture on the TF Wiki of Straxus in his gun mode or cannon mode, and this is a pretty good approximation. I mean, for repurposing a Galvatron cannon into a Straxus cannon, they did a pretty good job. So, and looks like they took Straxus's axe and like the other end of the axe is his cannon, I guess. And yeah, it looks okay. I mean, I'd probably keep him in robot mode anyway, but I appreciate the effort. But yeah, that's my pick for out of these figures. And the Energon Megatron, I'm not a fan of the Unicron trilogy, so I don't have a huge opinion on that, but it still looks like a good figure. They really are working this mold, so good job on getting the most out of this mold.
Right on. Epic, you're getting into the third party stuff, and you've experienced with a lot of the masterpiece scale stuff. Now I'm not sure if you've done a lot of the Legends class stuff, but this stuff is almost masterpiece quality in a really tiny scale. What are your thoughts on these this new age reveals, and what do you think of the the stuff that you're seeing here?
Yeah, so it's all super cool, and why I interrupted about asking if the Prowl was metallic was because I was actually going to complain that he wasn't metallic, because I love the metallic deco of those. So if he is, that's super awesome, and it would make me want him more. The clear plastic dudes super weird me out. I look at these photos and they just look like they're weirdly bubbly and stuff just because of how everything's reflecting inside of them. I don't know. Make me feel weird. I don't want them. I do not want these clear guys. But these metallic guys are super sweet. Galvatron's weird Unicron thingy pot belly suit is
his Unicron fat suit.
That yes, exactly. Had a bit too much for Thanksgiving and still hasn't worked it off. Is how I feel about it. That's weird, but whatever. It's a thing. So yeah, I love all these metallic guys. I just love it. I love how shiny they are and cool they are, and I don't care one bit for this Megatron. It doesn't do it for me.
All right.
But yeah, overall, I think they're really cool. These molds are all like really sweet, and they did a good job, especially since those 3 are all from the same ones. I think like you said, you can kind of see it in there, but they did a really good job of making them all unique enough.
Right on. Well, Jeremy, you are the only one left that is, I'm pretty sure, is going to like this Shattered Glass Megatron. But what do you think of the rest of them?
I have to agree with everyone on the clear stuff. To me, at least these pictures on the Prowl, it looks like a bad Photoshop filter.
Okay.
Like all the clear plastic, just it looks like that. I'm sure it'll look better in person, but the non-clear version of Prowl looks fantastic. I think they did a really good job with that. It's not really as evident on the Galvatron. The clear, I mean, still looks a little bit like a Photoshop filter to me, but it's not as bad. But the other two versions, I think, look great. If I were to get them, I probably would get the metallic. It just looks so sharp. The other mode, like Straxus, I think looks great. Nice kind of callback to like when I think when BotCon put him out, they had to call him the Bard of Darkmount. So Heralder kind of Bard, same kind of theme there. So good work on the name. But the colors on it look so good. And, if you keep it in robot mode, you would never even realize it's Galvatron. And then the last one, I really don't have any real particular love for the Shattered Glass Megatron. But if you were just looking at like the original comic colors Megatron with like the black helmet and stuff, it does resemble that. And I think he does look good. So, there's probably a good number of people out there that would love this figure. So
right on.
They did a great job here.
Cool. Well, that's everything that I brought to the show this week. Jeremy, what do you got for us?
I have another World War II figure from Toyworld. This is Twfs02 Hot Break, which is their version of World War II Hot Rod. This is Studio Series scale, and it's inspired by the mode we saw him in The Last Night, where we got that one little quick scene. He transforms into a kind of European Jeep style vehicle. Looks really rusty and stuff. I think it looks really good in vehicle mode. In robot mode, I think he more resembles, obviously the vehicle parts are the World War II era, but the face and stuff, it does more resemble the character we saw in Last Night. A little bit. But he also comes with a chair and a desk, and then a little creature. I don't know. It's like a golden bumblebee or something, but then a glass case to put it in. So it's really kind of odd looking, but it's movie style, so everything's odd looking. But I just think it's so funny that like the last one we talked about came with another type of desk, and it's like you're getting all these other accessories that really aren't in scale with Transformers, but they're just throwing it in. And this is like a wooden desk and leather chair, and we're seeing in the chat here, DJ Ronan says that it's the watch that tried to kill Hitler from the movie, which tells you how much I remember from the movie. But I think the figure looks great. There are, I think there is a market here for people that like the movie aesthetic, and in terms of the World War II era vehicles and stuff, they're doing a great job here. So before we get into the next thing I want to talk about, Daryl, what do you think of this?
Well, I love the detail that they're putting on this thing. Like you said that this looks all kind of rusty and stuff. And if you look at this thing in alt mode, it really does look like it's like a model car that's been really well painted to look like it's, beat up, and, it's right out of the movie kind of thing. It's, it's well done. I think it's funny as all hell that it comes with all this, small little scale dollhouse furniture. And that if you were to maybe complete the line, you could have, this insane little diorama for, all these little characters and stuff. I think that's just hysterical. But if in fact all this stuff does kind of come with it, then, you could actually, foreseeably have a really cool display eventually, if you really got into the line. But I think it looks good. Robot mode really does resemble the robot mode that he does take on in the movie. So I think they've done a good job here. A lot of good work is done.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Epic. I'm not sure what your thoughts are on live action movies, but what do you think of this?
I mean, I thought the live action movies are the original Transformers. Okay, so that's what I thought of them. No, I did like maybe the first live action movie, and then slowly as they made more and more, they just got kind of worse and worse. But I also became a bit more of a snob about them as I learned more about Transformers. So I don't care if
good on you.
yeah.
That's a correct answer.
Yeah. So now that I know my stuff now, I hate these. Okay, they're like gross insects and stuff, and I can see that's just an abomination. But this figure is actually really good. They did a really good job with it, and like everyone said so far, this car mode, alt mode, is just super sweet. I love the detail and the rust look on it, and everything, and I love the whole desk thing or whatever. I think that's just so cute. I don't know, it's super super adorable, and that would make me want it, except I don't want it because I don't want that figure. So, but yeah, I think it's cool. Yeah. They did a good job with it.
Cool. Charles, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's hard for me to separate my extreme dislike of the particularly the last night from this figure. I mean, as you guys said, it's a well-designed figure. It looks good, but watching the last night and seeing a character, they just slapped the name Hot Rod on it that had really nothing to do with the Hot Rod that we know in
the French accent.
That I'm Hot Rod. It's like you're an alien from another world and you can't figure out how to do an accent where you can be understood. I mean, I don't know. It's
well, Bumblebee.
That's true. Yeah. So, I mean, just, my fond memories of Hot Rod from the 86 movie when I was 10 years old and watching that in the theater, just don't let me appreciate this version of Hot Rod. So yeah, it's a pass for me.
Okay. Well, sticking with Toyworld, we did get there was some stuff happening in the last week where there was some stuff on Baidu where it said a well-known third party has been raided by police. They tuned for more information, and then another post that someone said they've been contacted and confirmed that it is Toyworld that was raided. It said their Optimus Prime and the 3D design had been confiscated, but there's no official news yet. And then this last thing we have here is from the Chosen Prime saying that they're going to be releasing two different versions of the F-01 Knight Orion, which is their last night Optimus, and the price has increased. And they're giving their customers options to, alter their order. So I think this is like we saw a few months ago a third party get raided, and they were doing more just direct knockoffs. But Daryl, is this the first time we've seen like someone like doing their own designs on, I guess what we typically think of as third party, where they're taking the likeness and doing their own engineering?
Well, I mean, back a couple months ago when we first heard about the Weijing one, there was also rumors, I guess, nothing concrete about what was it, Unique Toys and Toyworld getting caught up in that as well.
Mhm.
And I don't remember hearing anything specific about them afterwards. Just the stuff about Wei Zhang getting raided. I remember watching a almost 30-minute news brief from, I guess it was from Hong Kong, because I remember reading all the subtitles, which were, I mean, I appreciate them being done, but they really didn't cover everything. So it was, I was trying to read what was happening, but it was bits and pieces. So everything that they were covering in that news brief was all about the Wei Zhang stuff, nothing about Toyworld or Unique Toys. This is the first one that is actually mentioned that Toyworld has been raided. Apparently, everything that I've been able to find on it is saying that the people who raided them, the police or whatever kind of authority raided them, targeted them specifically for the Optimus Prime figure. And any other stuff that they had going is they just kind of left it alone. But it does kind of seem like the that third party companies are starting to get targeted. It's a little kind of scary, I guess, if you're a big fan of third party like I am. It's I don't know. I mean, Wei Zhang was they were doing KOs and upscaled knockoffs and stuff like that. They really weren't doing their own designs, but I guess they had started, but they had made their money off of doing knockoffs. I guess the whole fandom is still really waiting to see what happens with Fans Toys, because that seems to be like the pinnacle, the premier, kind of stuff. But this new one with Toyworld, this is a new blow. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, just I was wondering if anyone else had any thoughts on this, because I mean, I'm not sure exactly where this is going to go. I mean, like you said, we haven't really seen this before, so everyone's kind of waiting.
Yeah, it seems pretty crazy.
So, I mean, I'm guessing third party is just, I mean, they've always been on shaky legal ground. It'll be interesting to see, if Hasbro does start putting the screws to them a little bit more.
Yeah, I guess the question is, what is because at least the impression I get from China is that in China it's pretty much a free for all in terms of intellectual property. Like it's not something that's really strictly enforced there. But I guess if you know the right people in the government, then laws start getting enforced. I don't know. So yeah, I wonder who's initiating this. If is Hasbro like leaning on their contacts in the Chinese government, or is I don't know where the origin of this is.
Yeah, I mean, we might not never know.
Yeah,
it's definitely something we're going to keep watching. All right. With all that, Epic, what do you have this week?
I have the first images we're getting to see of the Transformers Red G1 Bumblebee and Coronation Starscream. The red line, as we know, is non-transforming but posable figures. And these guys are pretty cartoon accurate, and they are going to be Walmart exclusive in the US. The new wave is scheduled for release in April 2020. And looking at them, they look super sweet, but this line gives me mixed feelings because we're all about Transformers, and Transformers are supposed to transform, right? But then, I don't know, don't we generally keep them in robot mode most of the time anyway? So then is it kind of nice to have some figures dedicated to a really strong robot mode that you can pose like mad? So, Daryl, what are your thoughts on that?
I've bought the Optimus Prime from this line because I wanted to see how it worked. And I mean, I was impressed by the quality of the plastic they used, and it was pretty thick and it was, hefty, and it stood very well, and it was very posable. And essentially it was like buying like one of those 6-inch Marvels or Star Wars Black Series kind of thing. It's a very well posed, done action figure. That being said, you kind of miss out on some of the, the transformation aspect of the entire thing, right? So, when you look at these things, you think, okay, so they're getting away from doing all the transformation aspect. They're taking all of that, articulation, all of that, needing like that engineering away from the figuring, and they should be able to sculpt it perfectly, right? And with the Optimus, I thought, that thing looks fantastic. The Megatron looks pretty damn good. Apparently, there's some kind of problem that can be fixed with the elbow with the one that holds the fusion cannon. Apparently, that just didn't work with the way that they assembled it. The sound wave I hear is very, very good as well. From what I can see with the Bumblebee pictures here, it looks also to be very, very good. But I'm confused because the Starscream, it just doesn't look quite right. It looks like he's just kind of chubby.
A little bulky up top there.
I mean, I'm looking at it thinking, shouldn't you be like really sleek, to the point of where if I'm going to own a Starscream figure, I should be kind of holding up a transforming one or this one and thinking, because they're the same price between deluxes and this one. And I'm like, I should be struggling to make the decision. But if I'm holding up a transforming one and I have this one beside it, I'm still thinking the transforming one looks better. This one it doesn't look good. And that's unfortunate. Starscream's a very popular character. I'm sure they're still going to sell tons of this thing, but I'm kind of disappointed with this Starscream.
Yeah, I know. And then even though it's a coronation guy, even though it's got his fun crown and everything, just you can't get past those bulky shoulders. Well, what about you, Charles? How do you feel about bulky shouldered Starscream and a pretty decent Bumblebee?
I think both of them look fine. I mean, I agree that you gotta. I mean, for Transformers, I really need a hook for a figure. If it doesn't transform, I'd like it to have some other gimmick, like with the Flame Toys model kits. That's a model kit you put together, so that's a gimmick on.
Yeah, you get something else out of it.
Here, I mean, these are very nice action figures, but they're just action figures, so that's fine. And I mean, and okay, the shoulder pads in the Coronation kit don't exactly match the 86 movie. That's true. But I still like the Starscream looks pretty good. I like how it looks. I like it looks like it's got the multiple hands, like, or I guess, and it's a good posable figure. It's a and the shoulder pads don't bother me that much, but yeah, I'm not in the market for any of the red figures in general, just because I think actually the mainline Earthrise Siege figures are pretty darn posable and still transform, and I think those are great.
Yeah.
So yeah,
for sure.
But for people who enjoy these,
Jeremy,
sure.
Jeremy, how do you feel about a Transformer figure that doesn't transform for the same price as a transforming one?
That's where I have an issue. I don't have a problem with non-transforming figures. I have a whole bunch of the smaller Heroes of Cybertron figures that they put out like 15, 20 years ago. And, those were a few bucks a piece. This, I mean, at the same price as a transforming one that, like Charles said, is equally as posable, I have an issue. But these things do look...
Now, maybe these aren't as hollow.
Well, yeah, I don't think they're hollow at all. So maybe you're just paying for extra plastic. But they look great. They're if you're a fan that doesn't really want to transform the figures, but you like the characters and you like the fiction,
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could see this as filling that need you have. And, you know, like Daryl said with the Black Series, Marvel, Star Wars figures that they're already doing, you know, it's nice to have the Transformers figure that can also, you know, fit that niche. I like the paint job they did, particularly like the wearing away on Bumblebee. That looks really neat. I don't have a problem with Starscream's shoulder pads. I just figure it's a sign of ego. So, you know,
I'll go with that. I agree.
Why not? And the cape is cloth, and that's something we don't really see a lot of. So,
all right. Well, that is all I have. So I'll hand it off to you, Charles.
All right. Well, I mentioned Flame Toys, and we've got a new Flame Toys figure. This is the Furai model IDW Rodimus. And this is going up for pre-order. And it's available now for pre-order. It's $40. It's 15 centimeters tall. Get out your tape measure, Daryl. How tall was that? I think that's 6 inches. So.
Oh, you're pretty close. Yep.
Just an engineer.
Gotta have the clicky sound when the tape measure snaps back in.
Yep.
But yeah.
We need to know that he actually used a tape measure.
It's the official transmissions tape measure. But yeah, this figure looks super cool. The fact that it's a model kit you put together and it's all superposable once you've got it together, it looks great. And it's got accessories. He's got guns, and I just love this figure. This is really cool. I've still got my IDW Megatron and my Bumblebee that I need to put together, but I might still just buy this one too. But yeah, this looks great. I'm and it comes from my favorite comic series, More Than Meets the Eye. That's another reason to be excited about it. So yeah, Epic. What do you think of this? It's compared to the standard Hot Rod. It's pretty different, but I don't know if you've read any of the comics, but this is a really spot on design from the comics.
Yeah, I love this. I hadn't had a chance to see this until now, and this, like, looking through these photos, I need to have this. I need to get this because it just looks so cool. I really love these stylized takes they're doing on these characters for these model kits, and you're saying it's based off the comic and stuff. So props to the comics for making them look sweet. No, I really think this. He looks so BA. He looks so BA, so cool. It's so sweet. I need it now. I have to figure out how I can spend the money on that.
Yeah, this
EA.
We do have the explicit.
Yeah.
You can say badass. It's okay.
It's actually funny. Okay, I know I can. That's yep. That's what's funny. All right. Since I grew up conservative, it's I'm to the point in my life where I'm like I don't care if people swear, and I'm to the point where I'm past my conservative upbringing and don't have a problem and know that I can say these things. But it's I was trained so hard as a kid and through my whole life that they just don't come out of my mouth. I've been trained so long to not can't swear. Right. So it's just a thing. I know I can, I know I'm free to and all this stuff, but yeah,
I'm right there with you.
We've gotten Jeremy to swear a few times.
Daryl, it's BA. It's BA.
Well, F that.
Well, Daryl, what do you think of this figure? Should we and should Flame Toys be sending checks to Alex Milne for all these figure designs?
I think so. I effing think so. I've spoken to.
Yeah, that's BS if they aren't.
Yes, I've spoken to Alex about the designs that are getting done through Flame Toys, and Alex is effing upset, and he wants to F them in the A and MFers, and no, I'm kidding. I don't know.
WTF?
No,
That's another podcast.
no, he thinks they're really cool designs, but he sure would like them to send them, copies for free. I think that's something that I think should be done for sure. And
show a little appreciation.
Skippy, yeah, I think they should send him some free stuff for sure. I don't think he minds buying the cheaper ones, but those really expensive ones that they do for the Kurakara or the what is it? No, not the Kurakari.
No, yeah,
the Kurakari curry line. Yeah. So I'm right.
Someone put in the thread here the K3 line.
Oh, is that what they call it? Okay, cool. That works. So yeah,
makes it easier.
So they should be sending him those for free.
That's better. That's better than calling it the KKK line.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but this is a really cool looking figure. I think I would probably prefer to have the transforming version of this from Mastermind Creations, but that's just because I think I've got more of the more that meets the eye crew in toy form. This is still a really cool figure. It looks awesome, and I think it would be really fun to kind of put together. But once it's done, it's just kind of going to sit there like one of the Transformers Red Line things. So I think I'd have more fun with it if it were transforming.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jeremy, what do you think of this figure? Is this on your list?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything they have is on my list. Whether I actually am able to buy it, that's the other thing. But also, I still have the IDW Megatron just sitting there waiting to be open.
Mm-hmm. I know. I feel
terrible.
Maybe it'll be a holiday project.
A Christmas miracle.
Yeah, but I like this guy. I can't remember in the comics if his legs were that chunky, but maybe it's also just to help balance him and let him stand up. But in general, I think he looks really good. So he's definitely on my list.
Cool. All right. Well, that's my toy topic. So that's it for all our toy discussion. So we will move on to trips to the store. This is where we show off all the awesome Transformers stuff we got this week. We do this as a video so you can see everything we got on our YouTube channel in beautiful high definition. But we'll also put the audio right here in the podcast so you can keep listening and hear us describe all of our stuff in loving detail. So without further ado, trips to the store.
The Transmissions Podcast will return after these messages.
All right, let's start off and show off the stuff we got. And Epic, you're going to go first.
Heck yeah, I am. Alrighty, so I was pretty excited. I have not done too much shopping for toys recently. Unfortunately, when you move into a new house, then house things take priority instead of toys. But I did travel down the toy aisle one time, and I got myself the lovely RC. I was pretty excited about. I hadn't seen her around, so I got her, and I'm happy. And I can't wait to open her up and see how she is. But yeah, super excited about that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that was a big win. And then I know for a fact that my address did change with Hasbro because I got in my shipment of the Maverick Top Gun dude. So this I'm super excited about. Top Gun is something that I grew up with. My parents liked watching it, so it's just a movie I always loved. So pretty stoked about this. Can't wait to open them up and check them out.
So you will open it because we've been discussing whether to open it or not because the box is pretty sweet.
The box is pretty sweet for sure, right? I'm gonna open it.
Yeah, I showed off mine last week, but the little missile came loose from there, so I'm going to have to open it. Fix it.
See, you are going to have to open it then.
Mm.
Yep, all my bits are connected.
Yeah, they are.
I also love that it comes with a volleyball. That makes me very happy.
Which isn't it on a 5mm peg? So you can just give any figure a volleyball.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. All right, and that was all I had for this week. Those are my 2 big wins that I was super excited about. So yeah,
Cool.
Nice work.
I don't remember who is it. You going next,
Yes,
Charles?
I am going next. All right. So, start off comics. So we reviewed Transformers number 25 last week, and it came out last week, so I picked it up. This is a double-sized issue. This was a really good issue. Really, 25 issues is a bit of a milestone, and they knocked it out of the park with this issue. So we reviewed it last week. Go back, listen to Alt Mode 211 if you want to hear our review. Really enjoyed this comic. Looking forward to the next one. So, Transformers 25. In addition to shirts at TeePublic, you also get masks. So I got a Transmissions podcast mask, if you can see it.
Nice.
So
The fold is in the worst possible spot. isn't it?
Yeah, after wearing it for a while, it does kind of open up.
You'll just have to get it so you like open your mouth and podcast.
Yeah, that's what you get for buying the more expensive version of the mask.
Well, just cut that spot out and put it on another spot.
Oh yeah. So
Still
you can
cool.
keep yourself and others safe, and also advertise the podcast at the same time. So, all right, this is going to make Daryl very happy.
But he's not paying attention right
my local Target had Runabout. We were talking about Runabout and Runamuck last week. Dr. Pants got both, and now I have both. So
Nice.
This is Runabout. It's kind of hard to see how it's dark. It's really dark in the package.
I got Run Amok.
Yeah. So now I got both,
Awesome.
and I got a second one. Oops, upside down.
It's upside down.
You got to wear it upside down there.
And 2 Runabouts for me. Yay. For me to keep. And no one else will get them. Just for me. Bought 2 for myself. Okay, no. I bought one for Daryl because Daryl asked. There are no Targets in Canada, much like there are no Toys R Us's in the States anymore. There are no Targets in Canada. And so I helped out Daryl and picked up a Runabout for him. So
That sounds like a Daryl problem.
It is. You had no idea what I had to do to get Charles to pick that up for me.
Is it related to what's on your monitor?
Yes.
And I have one more thing to show off. Amazon sent me a Galactic Odyssey box. This is the Paradron Medics from the Galactic Odyssey collection. And I have not taken the figures out yet, but I did open it up, and you can see there is Ratchet and Lifeline, the blue RC or green RC.
That's cool.
So
Right on.
Heal.
So I satisfied getting I got the Siege Ironhide, so now I have an Earthrise Ratchet, so that's a good compromise. So I don't feel like I'm double dipping, and I've got this green RC, so I don't have to go buy the regular RC. So it's
It's funny. I have the exact opposite Ironhide and Ratchet.
So yeah, so I had a good haul this week, and yeah, I think I'm Daryl's rubbing off on me a little bit. I got a lot of stuff coming, and it's getting to be a little bit of a problem.
And you still have Unicron to make.
Yeah,
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
I mean, I don't know if you can be like Epic and just buy a new house just because you're getting Unicron.
The house just for Unicron. I have to keep the old house.
Yep. The truth's come out. That's why I actually moved, is I realized I just had nowhere in the apartment for him, so I just had to buy a house.
Yep. All right, that's all I got. So Daryl, or no, not Daryl, Jeremy, you're next.
All right. I have a few things. One, I got a box from listener and donatron, Dinobot Maximized, who's always in our Discord as well. And it's got a number of things, and I'm going to dole them out over a few weeks. I want to show off a couple of things. First, some comics. These aren't directly Transformers, but he included issues 1 through 3 of the Marvel Death's Head series, which Keizama did the interior, and Nick Roach did all 3 of these covers. So that was really cool. See if I can get some of the Keizama art. She did a great job on the series.
Nice.
Yeah, that's super awesome.
And then also some of the old Titan books collections of your Dark Designs, which is basically the G2 Marvel series, and Primal Scream, and then All Fall Down. So these are good. I have actually 2 of the 3, so I need to go look and make sure which one I don't have. Keep that, and then if you guys want the other one, I'll pass those on.
I definitely want the one that you want.
Okay. And then
benefits of getting the box first.
Yeah.
Charles knows all
and
about
then he
that.
also what?
Charles knows all about the benefits of getting the message first.
Yeah. We're still better about that.
$20.
For like $20. Anyway, I also got included the Netflix Mirage.
Cool.
But not just one. Got one in the box and then a loose one.
Holy smokes.
The accessories are also in here as well. So
right on.
I haven't really transformed them yet, but the colors, looking online, I didn't know what I would think of the colors, but I really do like them in person. I think the purples and the grays, they work really well together.
Nice.
And then I'll spill some water. There.
Don't do that around all your equipment.
Last thing. Yeah, no. The last thing I have is the Hasbro Pulse thing that came in. This is the Transformers Prime 10-year anniversary War Breakdown and Viacon, and I haven't opened it yet, so I'm going to do that right now. The Viacon
live unboxing.
Yeah, the Viacon's a figure I never got when it was first released, and then Breakdown was never released in the U.S. So excited to get the Viacon at least. So here's the box.
That's nice.
Wow.
Very cool.
That's a big dude.
Yeah. Well, and compared to what we get these days, it's a lot of plastic for a decent amount of money. I like how shiny metallic. I'm gonna bring this plastic out.
The Air Viacon wasn't released in North America either.
Oh, okay, yeah. So both of these are new. I didn't get any of the Viacons, so I'm really looking forward to getting these guys out, revisiting the Transformers Prime era. And it also includes, like in Japan, they came with these little arms microns these little figures that you pop out the sprues and put together, and it includes the ones for both of the figures.
Cool.
So that's really cool. And then looks like we get a sticker sheet. I'm guessing that's for the arms micron.
Good luck with those stickers on those arm microns.
Yeah. So yeah, it's literally like you're traveling back to 10 years ago and you're getting a brand new toy. I'm looking forward to getting these guys out and playing with them. I imagine Breakdown will go good. I can pull out my my bulkhead and they look good together. So that is all I got.
Awesome.
Daryl, next.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with my comic because Charles reminded me of it, and then I went and got it. So I did also get Warworld, Transformers 25, and we got the same cover. So yeah, they didn't have the RI that I really wanted, but one cover is fine. It's a thick book. It was $8. Then that's $8 US. Then I think they charged me like 9 something Canadian. So it was a pricey book. Let's talk about this thing. I did a video about it. This is the large box of Earthrise figures that showed up on my door. This is the free product that Hasbro sent me, and I did do a video on it. And if you haven't seen it, it's up on the Transmissions Twitter. I did do a live unboxing. This is impossible to hold and do at the same time. But inside this,
I see some casualties in your future.
This thing here has all kinds of crazy stuff in it. I'm going to put it over on this side of me.
Now you wish you hadn't torn apart your display area.
So, Quintesson, the Quintesson Judge is inside. I didn't have this before, so that's pretty awesome. Deluxe Trailbreaker came in it. Deluxe Smokescreen.
Oh, nice.
This is one I was hoping to get because I do have Scorponok. This is Fast Track, so I got that now. My Scorponok is complete. This is Voyager Megatron. The bubble on it is a little broken. I'm not too worried about it, but I do have the G2 one that we were talking about last week or the week before. So and they're the same. So other than the paint schemes on them, so might do something with this in the future. And Rodimus came in this package as well. And lastly, Sunstreaker, Deluxe Sunstreaker. So in the video, if you've watched the video, I did decide we're going to give away this Sunstreaker, and let's do that now. What the hell? I got more stuff to show off, but let's do the draw right now.
All right.
Tricks people into that just want to go right to the end. They got to find it in the middle here somewhere.
They're going to miss it.
All right, so we're going to give this away. If you followed the rules on the Twitter post, you were properly entered into the draw for this Deluxe Sunstreaker.
All right, Jeremy, if you could have your computer give us a random number between 1 and 23.
Computer, give me a random number between 1 and 23.
Your random number between 1 and 23 is 18.
18.
18. Who's the lucky one?
That is at True Dead Man, and that is Scott Romansky.
Right on. All right, Scott.
Long time listener.
Congrats.
Good job, Scott. I will be in touch with you, and we will organize a way for you to get this. Right on. Good job.
Congrats, Scott.
Congrats.
Right on. So I will put that over here. Not in my stuff.
I was really kind of hoping for Kevin just for the laugh, but he had already said he wasn't actually entering.
The last thing in this box is a really wicked T-shirt with the Earthrise box art on it. This shirt is way too small for me, but I think my wife or my daughter can wear it. It's an official Transformers shirt that's from Hasbro. So I think it's fucking cool.
Can I wear it?
I said F and S. F and S. Oh shit.
You keep saying it over and over again.
But I think honestly, and it's so weird, all the stuff that they sent in the box for free, and I have to thank Hasbro again because I didn't ask for it. All of it is stuff that you can find at the store, and you really should go out and get Earthrise stuff because it's pretty awesome.
Great.
But the box is just awesome. I really do like the box. It's one of those things that you can't actually get in the store because it's just what they sent it in. But I really do like this box. So yeah.
Just really rubbing in how we can't get that sweet box, aren't you?
Yeah.
Can I fit that
Right
shirt,
on.
Daryl? Maybe I could get that shirt.
Hey, why are you continuously rubbing in the fact that you are just a third of your former self?
I just like the shirt.
Well, F you in the A, Charles. In your skinny A. I want to finish up with a couple things that I did order this week, and they did come in. These were ordered back in... these were ordered a long time ago. These were ordered from Shozy Store, and I had originally ordered... Let's see, it was a Mastermind Creations Springer and something else. Anyway, it originally was that the Mastermind Creations Springer was sold out and they couldn't ship it. It was delayed because of COVID. And then when they said, okay, we're going to ship it, sorry, the Springer is sold out. Like, wait a minute. It's been ordered and paid for months. How is it now gone? So you should hold it. The pre-order holds it. No, it doesn't. So anyway, they said, well, we've got all this credit, and they said, what we can do is we can refund you, or we can just give you, your money back in credit plus an additional 10%. And I'm like, I'll take the 10% extra because I can't take the money back and the wife's gonna spend it. I can't, I have to keep it here and I'll get more stuff. So anyway, I spent it, and I ended up getting some Newage stuff. So I bought some little guys. So this is Newage, Agamemnon or whatever they've called him. This is Megatron. He's the little Megatron that they've got. He is tiny, and I just adore this thing. It's the metallic version of the Megatron that they did. I've transformed him once. He is complex. Both arms on him transform completely differently, like entirely differently. The only thing that's similar on them are the shoulders. Everything else can transform entirely differently than the other. I'm really impressed with how this thing works. But it doesn't look too great from the back, but again, it's a Legends class Megatron. It's going to go well with that Legends class Optimus I got a couple weeks back. But the other thing, and what I really did spend the majority of that Springer money on, was a trio of
Triple
Newage
changers.
Seekers. So
Oh, nice.
I got all the Seekers. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to buy these things regularly now that I've got all this credit. Like, what am I going to do with all this credit? So I put it all towards these Seekers. So I've got Starscream and Thundercracker, and so I kept the Thundercracker in plane mode because I just wanted to show off how absolutely gorgeous these things look in their alternate modes as well.
Mm-hmm.
And alternatively to the Megatron, the back of these things looks absolutely phenomenal as well. And the only thing that I'm not super fond about is they have this weird ab crunch, which is in their crotch, and they just kind of bend in half like that. And there's nothing to really kind of lock it in place. So they tend to bend like that pretty easily. But other than that, the deco on them is really good. I'm really, really happy with that. I don't know whether I can get. There we go.
There you go.
There.
And then it went away.
I like how they have the wings
Nope.
jointed where you can kind of angle them in robot mode.
Come on,
Cool.
you bastard.
Your hair is in perfect focus. You'll get it. You had it for like
I know,
a
I
second.
saw it.
Just edit in a picture when you edit the video.
Fuck it. F it. Sorry, F it. But these are the guys
F
who
it.
also
Oh shit, F it.
they come with the part of the space bridge as well. So I've got 3 pieces of the space bridge. I guess I have to get the other 9 more. The backs of these also hold the like the little stands that I can use to put them, So there's a whole bunch of accessories. Each one of them comes with a Megatron gun to hold in gun mode. 2 different sets of hands. All kinds of different fucking accessories. It's fantastic. I'm really happy with these guys. I'm getting a whole bunch of different New Age little Legends class stuff right now, and I'm really enjoying what the small little scale is really starting to do for it. So yeah, those Datsun brothers are kind of looking really kind of good to me right now. But that's it. That's what I got this week. And bring on Christmas.
All right. Well, that's it for this week's Trips to the Store.
We now return to the Transmissions Podcast.
All right, we're back from our trips to the store, and that will do it for this episode of Transmissions. Again, we want to thank Epic for joining us this week. Epic, tell everyone where they can find your stuff online.
You can head on over to epicsuicide.com. That's EPYK suicide.com, and you will find all of my links there.
Awesome. And of course, we end the show by giving a shout out to our masterpiece donatrons, and that is friend of the show, John 4X Levengood. Thanks, John, for continuing to support us. You're awesome, and still waiting on those voicemails.
Come on, John. The hell.
All right, everyone. That's it. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to this episode of Transmissions. But just because this episode is over doesn't mean the Transformers fun has to stop. Join us and other Transformers fans on our Discord chat server by visiting transmissionspodcast.com/discord. If you would like to learn more about how you could support the Transmissions Podcast, just visit transmissionspodcast.com/support. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you again next week.